Shout out to my boy Dave for having me on Views for the Lake, man. Shout out TNT LKP. Diurnal about to drop. Be looking out for that double trouble after that Diurnal drop. That's my mixtape, man. We out this bitch.
These niggas trying to take me out, but can't handle it. It's fuck friends, them niggas can't understand the shit. Too many bandages, cause I'm healing from many damages. It's fuck love and niggas and name slandering. These niggas panicking from betrayal and underhanded shit.
Welcome to Views from the Lake podcast. It's your boy Lil Dave. Got it? Who we viewing today?
It's your boy Scream. Shout out TNT LKP. Shout out Views for the Lake podcast. My boy Dave for having me on this bitch today. What's the deal, my boy?
Oh man, all good, my boy. Now we go way back, but for the people that don't know you, so you an upcoming artist now.
Man, yeah. Well, I've been doing this music shit for a minute, but just now started taking it like super serious, bro. Probably like, I want to say like shit, like 2017, 2018.
Okay. Well, let's start from the beginning then. Where was you born?
You said where?
Yeah.
I'm born and raised, Die Hard, Kansas City. You already know we got this shit stamped on us right here. You feel me?
Got you. And did you have any siblings?
Yeah, I got two. Matter of fact, I said two. I got two brothers on my mama's side. I got two brothers on my daddy's side, two sisters on my daddy's side. I'm the baby of the bunch on both, and part of the group.
And tell us a little bit about your childhood. How was your childhood coming up?
I mean, I had kind of a offspring upbringing, bro. It's kind of like difficult to explain. Shit, I ain't had no father figure around for real. It was just shit, me and my brothers, shit, my cousins. Shit, that's all I really had for real, for real.
And how do you think not growing up with a father figure impacts your life?
Man, it impacted my shit a lot, bro. Like, I say more than most, you know what I mean? More than most people would actually know because I kept the shit to myself a lot coming up, you know what I mean? But without having that nigga around, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it made a big impact on me. But you know, I'm happy where I am today though.
Got you. And growing up as a childhood, did you play any sports or any activities you was into as a younger minor?
Man, I played football for like 2 years. I was like middle school.
Middle school. What middle school did you go to?
Irvin.
How was that?
Man, it was all right. That's where I met my boy at.
Yeah,
You already
facts,
know.
facts. Was you in the streets or anything around that time, or was you older once you got in the streets, or how did that go?
I would say I wasn't in the streets when I was in middle school, but I ain't gonna say I wasn't in the streets. I'd say we was fucking around though, most definitely. Most definitely. I'd say that's like kind of like getting our feet wet, you know what I mean? But other than that, nah.
No, facts. Well, what age did you start rapping?
Man, I've been rapping since I was younger, bro, for real. Like beating on the beds and shit, you know what I mean? But when I started taking it serious, man, when we came out with our group, TNT LKP, back when I was younger, I was probably like 15 when we started rapping and shit. So, but once we like really took this shit serious, those like 2017, 2018.
And when you say we started rapping, who's we?
Once again, TNT LKP, shout out to Animal, shout out Gerard, shout out Rome, shout out Dub, shout out Dolo, you know what I mean? Shout out Sean, Antoine, you know what I mean? Them my niggas.
Gotcha. So, when did you really feel like you had a passion to rap? What really influenced you to do it?
Man, I would honestly say shit, you know what I mean? For one, not having a father around and just being around my cousins all the time, shit, and that's all we used to do, you know what I mean? Like niggas smoke blunts and shit, start having freestyle battles and shit, and then you know what I mean? It's so on and so on.
Got you. As a kid, so okay, so you're not in the streets. You really rapping. On November 13, 2015, you have a daughter, Ava. Well, tell me about that. What was that feeling? I did say that date right?
Yeah.
What was that feeling?
All right, now, see, I wasn't in the streets in middle school. You know what I mean? Like now, going into that freshman year in high school. You know what I mean? Like that's when shit kind of turned up. You know what I mean? So from like there on, I ain't gonna lie, I was living a real shady ass life. You know what I mean? Like. So, like, prior to that, everything leading up, you know what I mean? I was in the streets heavy before my daughter came, you know what I mean? In 2015, shit, I got shot that year.
And can
Then,
you walk us through that when you got shot? What happened? Can you talk about that or?
man, it was some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't even say being at the wrong place at the wrong time. It was really just like some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, real life shit. The nigga that shot me, shit. I used to shake hands with this nigga. You know what I mean? We used to smoke. I smoked my first blunt with this nigga. You know what I mean? Like, that
Yeah.
shit. So it's deeper than what, you know what I mean, what most know. You know what I mean? But like that year, shit, like I said, like I got shot right before I was about to have my daughter. Shit, right before I turned 21. You know what I mean? Shit. So 2015 was crazy, but having her, it kind of like it kind of turned me around in a way. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
just kind of like for real, just keeping my head high in any kind of way. You know what I mean? Just realizing I gotta be here for her type shit.
And more recently, you just had another daughter. So how is it having two now?
Man, having two girls, man, shit. That shit is like it's a blessing, man. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a blessing in disguise, man. Don't get me wrong. But you know, in today's reality, you know what I mean, the sexy reds and all that shit. So you know what I mean. I'm scared for them growing up, but it's like shit. You know what I mean. It is what it is. It's all about how we teach them, how we raise them. You know what I mean. Like so, that's my main focus. That's what I really do this shit for is my kids. You know.
No, most definitely. So, would you say that your kids kind of impact you on the music side?
Yeah, most definitely now, most definitely because it's like shit. I do this for them. You know what I mean? Like shit. Growing up, you know what I mean. All I taught myself was like how to hustle and shit. You know what I mean? Like so, it's like I'm trying to figure out an alternate way. You know what I mean? That I can leave something for my kids. You know what I mean? Like I just want to be proud. I just want my kids to be proud of me.
Got you, got you. Question: Who came up with TNT?
Man, my cousin. It was I say my cousin J Rod, my cousin Pig, my cousin Rome, like we all family, so shit, you know what I mean? But based off Pig though, you know what I mean? Shout out Pig, Pig, you know what I mean?
Got
He
you.
like the co-founder of this shit, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? He had a little accident that kind of sat him down, you know what I mean? So we kind of like picked this shit up and lived through him, for real, you know what I mean? Like
Got you.
he our motivation to this shit, you know what I mean? Like he one of the co-founders of this shit, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
right now we living that shit through him.
Got you. Could you walk us through a day in the studio with Scream or with TNT? What's a day in the studio? What's the studio session like with you guys?
Man, a day in the studio session with us, man, y'all gotta check that. I'm gonna bring y'all in on the studio session with us one day, man, for the podcast. You know what I mean? But a studio session with us, man, it get crazy in that motherfucker, man. It's so versatile in that motherfucker, man. From all the different styles that we bring together as a group. You know what I mean? So like the energy, the vibe, you know what I mean? Everything is crazy, bro. Like,
And that's what's leading into my next question is how do you play your part being in such a diverse group? You got Rod that's like the more melodic introspective style. Rome is like global, if you ask me. He's catchy. He knows how to make a song like radio. You got Dub is more street style. Dolo brings this style. But when we listen to you, it's like a hunger in the music. What makes you stand out, or rather, play your part in your group?
man, because like, you know, like I said, out of me, I feel like I don't know. I wouldn't say I wanted more. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we all in the same boat. But you know, it's just like shit. It just how I came up. You know what I mean? It's just like shit. I want this shit. You know what I mean? Like a nigga really trying to, you know what I mean, make a difference. I'm trying to really be the back sheep of the family. You know what I mean? Like and really take motherfuckers really to them places type shit. You know what I mean?
No, definitely understand that. I also think it's dope how TNT also gave back to the KC Pet project as well. That was pretty dope. Seeing them come together, helping Kansas City pet organizations out.
Hell yeah.
Let's talk about your freestyle at Gym Theater. Oh my gosh! All right, look, when I seen it, It kind of made me mad that I wasn't there to see it in person. Is freestyling one of your talents? Is that what you do, or what? How is it? Because that freestyle seems so authentic off the head, and I could tell you had the crowd going. Talk about that at Gym Theater when you did that freestyle.
Man, I put it, man, that was like, for me, you know what I mean? Like I said, like I be in the streets, y'all, you know what I mean? So a lot of shit I miss out on, you know what I mean? So like that opportunity right there for me, you know what I mean? Like it was a major deal. You know what I mean? Like, so it was like I had to set the tone, you know what I mean, for motherfuckers to really recognize who I am in this music shit. You know what I mean? So it was like I had to set the bar high. You know what I mean? So I was really hungry for the moment. You know what I mean? And
And
then putting on for my team. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
no, definitely the energy is unmatched. And like I said, you can hear that hunger in your voice. Even on Chain Reaction 3, you stood out on that song, which is like everybody did their thing, don't get me wrong. But it's more of a and it's like I don't know, it kind of reminded me of that old Wayne when you just heard the hunger in his voice, like you rapping more than rap. Like I don't know how to
Yeah,
explain it. It's like it's deeper than
man.
rap. How has the performances been? I've been seeing you perform a lot. You know, how's those been? How's the performances?
Man, the performances, bro, y'all gotta check us out, man. Y'all gotta come. Y'all gotta. Once again, I'm gonna bring the podcast to one of our shows, man. That shit. If y'all really want to see an interesting show, you know what I mean. If you want to see the energy, you want to see the hype, you want to see the crowd interactions, man. Y'all really gotta come check us out, man. That shit, man. I feel like that shit is like a stress reliever, bro. Like, you know what I mean. Like when we on that stage, man, it's a different ball game. You know what I mean? Than what most people think. You know what I mean? So that's where our energy come from. You know what I mean? So it's just like y'all
Okay,
gotta fuck with us, man. Y'all
no,
gotta.
definitely. Well, on SBNM interview that was about 6 years ago. You stated did you first make Tech Nine at Prohibition Hall?
Yeah, we met them. Yeah, we met them way back. You know what I
Can you
mean?
talk about that first time meeting them back then?
I mean, it really wasn't like nothing major. You know what I mean? Like it was just, you know what I mean. We were just at the right place at the right time, type shit. You know what I mean? Kind of like we was kind of like getting our feet in the door. You know what I mean? With our performances and shit. So it was kind of like, you know what I mean? Kind of like a run in type deal. But you know, ever since then, you know what I mean? We've been on our shit, you know what I mean? Trying to get that recognition and
No, most definitely. So I seen about 2, 3 weeks ago that Tech Nine gave TNT the cosign, posted y'all on his page and all that, man. I think that's big. How do you feel about that? And how is that having somebody that's at the top of what you're doing in your city to cosign for you?
man, if y'all don't understand how serious and how sentimental and how deep that shit is, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like that's not the average Joe, bro. Like that's Tech Nine, bro. Like most people, some people that don't know him probably be like, man, who this nigga, bro? But he is legendary, bro. Like if it wasn't for Tech, you know what I mean? I don't even think Kansas City would be on the map as far as like the music shit. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
he done brought a lot to this city, bro,
he
and he
has.
still have. So with him giving us the opportunity to even sit down, bro, and have dinner with him, you know what I mean? And thinking about, you know what I mean, all the future works that we got into play. You know what I mean? Like that shit's a blessing, bro. You know what I mean? And then we got some real special for y'all coming up too. When our album about to drop here in a little bit.
And what's the name of that?
Diurnal.
Diurnal. Do
Yeah,
you
we
got
just we
any
just
date?
we just dropped the single August 25th, nigga, in my room. That was our first single off the project.
Uh-huh.
Y'all go find that on Apple Music. It's on all platforms right now.
Okay. And whichever was my next question. Was you working on any mixtapes or collabs or shows that was coming up that anybody need to keep eyes on?
Yeah, man, we got a show in September. We got a show in September coming up, man. I'm gonna have to post that shit on my page, man, to really let y'all know about it.
Where
We
can they
got
find you at?
On Facebook, y'all can find me at Jimmy John. On Instagram, y'all can find me at The Real Scream. The THE underscore real underscore SCR3AMZ.
Got you. Definitely. Is there any artists from the city that you would like to work with here recently that maybe people wouldn't see coming? Who's some guys in the city that you wouldn't mind doing a collab with?
Man, that's kind of like, you know what I mean? That's kind of hard. You know what I mean? Because I'm so used to fucking with my team, bro. Like it's just we just all different, bro. Like, but I can hear myself on a collab with like I fuck with D Walk, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I fuck with D Walk heavy, bro. Like MB, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that's my boy too, man. Shout out MB. Right about now, that's probably about the only two I can really think of, bro. For real, for real.
Yeah.
Um, I got some in my head. I can't like already like put out right now. You know what I mean? It's just shit in the works. Hey, my boy Von Roulette too, man. Shout out to my boy Von Roulette, man. That nigga doing this thing too. Be looking out, man. Me and him gonna do some work too, man. My boy waiting on me.
Okay. What can you tell a young dude that's maybe the same age as you, just chasing this stuff, trying to get to their dream? What can you say to that dude that's out here? He know he likes to rap. He does it. He can't really find his pool within it. What can you say to that dude that's kind of out there losing faith because he feel like he's not getting that right recognition or spotlight? Like, you've been rapping for over 10, 15 years, and Tech Nine's just now giving you that cosign. So how do you feel knowing, what can you say to somebody knowing that how long you been, and what's just now starting to happen for you?
Man, I would say, man, just keep motherfucking working, bro. Like, just keep going, bro. Like, we in a state right now, bro. Like, Kansas City is a state, bro, where you don't get a lot of recognition, bro. Like, it's hard to get recognition here in our city, bro. Like, for real, for real. You know what I mean? Like, and even all the way, you know what I mean, with the tech shit. You know what I mean? It ain't all the way stamped, but it's stamped. Just know that. You know what I mean? Like, but
No, for
we've been
sure.
working, bro. We've been working so hard for this shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? This shit wasn't just no walk in the park. It's not gonna happen overnight. You know what I mean? It can, but you know what I mean? When real recognize real, it's not gonna happen overnight, bro. You know what
No,
I
no.
mean? So I just say, bro, just stay down, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. It's gonna eventually happen.
No, no, most definitely, most definitely. So what's a Screams playlist? What's your playlist looking like out here? What does Scream listen to on the regular? Or what's in your phone? What you listening to?
Man, y'all be surprised, man. Like I do listen to a lot of Kansas City niggas, bro. But it's just like I don't remember names off the back. But I can like I said, like I listen to D Walk, I listen to Vine, my boy Steph Up, shit, my little cousin BT Snappy, um, BTH, bro, I got a lot of Kansas City niggas in my playlist, bro. I listen to a lot of Kansas City music, bro. A lot of that mainstream shit is played out right now, bro. But I like to support our town, bro. Like for real, for real.
So say if you, I know you TNT and everything, but if one of the bigger record labels want to sign you, who could you possibly see yourself signing to? If I know TNT and all, but outside of that, who would you ever consider yourself signing to if they came like, hey, Scream, we got 10 M's on the table. We need you. What record label would you what could get your interest?
I understood it. I understand your question, but they gotta bring the team, man. The team, man. Listen, man. Listen. If it wasn't for my team, man, it wouldn't be no me. You know what I mean? Like for real, like real life shit. You know what I mean? Like, and I wouldn't do nothing. I wouldn't make no major move without them. You know what I mean? Because it all this involves them. You know what I mean? So it's like if you ain't trying to put a tag on the team, then you ain't getting screamed. You know what I mean? So you might as well put it like that. You feel me?
I like that. I like that most definitely. I just got a few more questions for you. is random. Some people told me to ask you this. Don't know why, but would you ever consider in doing a pop album? I know your music and mixtapes is more of. It's hard for me to put a category on it because it's kind of diverse, you know. But most people would categorize it as hip hop. Would you ever see yourself doing a pop or switching over to any other type of music type of industry?
Man, fucking with Gerard, it'll be like some rock type shit. I wouldn't say like, well, I guess pop and rock is kind of like the same thing, huh?
Yeah. Well, you see, YoungBoy then bought the pop to the hip hop,
Man.
you know, the whatever, you know. So,
I mean, like I said, man, we kind of diverse, man. I can really do a lot of, you know what I mean? I can make really any type of music, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I'll say yeah. If you wanna, I'm a real artist, bro. So I can say yeah.
I could definitely see Rod going every which way with it. That out of all y'all,
hit your ass in the head with a chair.
If I was rapping, he's a me. Like that's just how I think.
Man,
I actually was watching this video with him and Rome a couple days ago. I'm pretty sure it's an old video. I forgot the name of it, but it's like they was rapping back and forth through the car window.
Yeah.
And that shot, like, bro, I do this editing and man, that shot was so clean.
It's
I don't know who shot that video.
Man. Y'all go check that shit out. It's called Free Wisdom.
Hey, that scene, that little shot was so dope though. But so what's next for Scream? Outside of TNT, outside of Fatherhood, outside of you just, you know, living your day-to-day life, what's next for you? What more do you want, or where are you headed towards?
Man, shit, I'm focused on this music, man. Trying to get my family, trying to get us up out this shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's my main focus right now. You know what I mean? It's so much on the table for us right now. So many doors opening up for us right now. It's just like, this is kind of like my main focus right now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see myself doing nothing else for real. You know what I mean? Like, this is my dream right here. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm somewhat living it. You know what I mean? In a hypothetical, you know what I mean? In a hypothetical term, if you want to put it like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's here. You know what I mean? We just got to keep continuing to grind for this shit. You know what I mean? And pushing it at the route that we going.
Got you. No, for sure. Well, man, I appreciate your time, presence, and patience. I'm Lil Dave Got It. It's been another successful podcast on Views from the Lake, and we out.
Man, call me Scream, nigga, and I'm tearing your block off. I'm not soft, I'm fucking her, giving her lockjaw. I'm at the crib, knocking her socks off, getting my rocks off. I'll get